Hi, I'm Britt.
And my name is Alissa.
And this is SkeleTales.
And this is a podcast where we strive to answer the age-old question of, is my dead grandma watching me?
Alissa, do you ever have that occurrence where you go to reach for a doorknob or maybe your car door handle and then zap, you get zapped by static electricity? And you're like, static electricity, you tricksy thing. Nope. Grandma. She's just giving you a little zinger.
What? Why? Did I just do something bad, Grandma?
Maybe she was standing there and you reached your hand through her and she's like, whoa, zing, zing.
Well, I could see energy being electric and she's trying to materialize through the electricity, ride those waves. And she's like, I'm going to appear in front of Alissa and she's going to see her first ghost. And then all that happens is she just shocks the shit out of me. So I'm and I'm like, and it doesn't work. I could see that. Or maybe I've done something. Maybe I just tried to pump some gas and get the hell out of there. And she's like, no, lady, you stay right there and you go pay that gas bill. Or I've just run over a puppy and I check and it's dead. And I'm running back to my car to run away.
What are you doing? She's trying to communicate something to you. You just don't know what it is.
She's watching me do bad things. That's the whole deal, right? So I'm trying to hypothesize the bad things that I could be doing she would shock me for. Okay, maybe I've left the oven on and I'm about to leave the house. Zing.
Oh my God. Zink. Oh my God. I got to turn that oven off.
Yeah,
Thanks, Grandma.
Exactly. She's helping me out.
She's helping you out.
Okay. Yep. Totally valid.
Grandma.
I think. Yep. So think about that. Every time you get shocked, look around for dead puppies and you're also check your stove.
Or you know what it is? What I just do now is I just yell Grandma. Something will happen and I'll be like, Grandma!
Grandma! What, did your lights just go off again?
I don't know. I yelled Grandma and the lights.
You did just yell Grandma and your lights just went off. What the heck?
That was pretty crazy, huh?
That was Grandma. Nothing happened.
Nope, your lights stayed on.
No. Okay.
Do we just talk about zingers and dead puppies and grandmas?
Some of those things sometimes. Yeah, we do. And that's why we're called SkeleTales, where we talk about paranormal, ghost stories,
supernatural,
cryptids, haunted houses, aliens, UFOs, near-death experiences,
strange coincidences,
time travel, parallel universes. I really popped my P there. Parallel universes.
If it's fun and interesting, honestly, we'll tell it. We love to share these stories.
Yeah.
Do you have a story today?
I do. Real quick. I've been gone for 3 weeks. I'm finally back home. Okay.
Welcome home.
Thank you very much. And so as part of my homecoming, the children and I decided to smash some pumpkins per tradition. After Halloween, they get all mushy and disgusting and we go smash them. Just something to keep them busy. So somehow while smashing our pumpkins this weekend, I got a little pumpkin splatter, pumpkin juice in my eyeball. I don't know. But I was at urgent care all day yesterday because my freaking eye was all swollen and puffy because I got something in my eye. Well,
did it happen in the moment? You splattered and the moldy pumpkin wad flew in your eye?
No, I was not aware of it. My pumpkin wasn't carved. It was a perfectly good pumpkin that could have sat on my porch all through Thanksgiving. I got peer pressured by a bunch of 7-year-olds to smash my pumpkin against a tree. And I did. And I don't remember anything going in my eye. But then after that, it was all day. I'm like, ow, ow. Every time I blinked, I looked in the mirror. I think I got a pricker, or the pumpkin stem. You know how it's a little prickly there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. And I was like, I'll just go to bed. It'll be fine after tomorrow. Whatever is going to work its way out. It did not. It was just red and puffy and Quasimodo-ish. What? Quasimodo, the hunchback? Half closed. It looked real
swollen.
Cute. Yeah, real bloodshot.
part of your body starts hunching over.
Yeah. And so that was how I spent one of my first day back.
God.
One of my first days. I'm feeling much better now. I got some antibiotics.
I was wondering why you were wearing that huge eye patch.
Yeah, I know. Part of me kind of wanted that. I was like, maybe I'll get an eye patch out of this. That'd be pretty fucking badass. I could still pretend.
They didn't do it. Eye injuries are the worst. I stabbed myself in the eye with my thumbnail one time in my sleep. Wasn't awake. Did it in my sleep. And yeah, it's excruciating.
Yeah, it's not. That sounds much more painful. Mine was just like a little something that just probably was covered in pumpkin mold and got my eye infected. Yours is a straight thumbnail to the iris. That sounds really painful.
I'm calling possession because I don't know what I had my hand up in the air and just my thumbnail slammed down into my eye while I was sleeping. Like somebody had to possess my body. Why would I do that to myself? I don't know.
That's so. It's Grandma. Watch this. Showing her ghost friends.
They're laughing their asses off in the corner.
Oh Lord. Okay. I don't know if that was worth saving for on air, but smashing Halloween pumpkins and getting an eye infection.
That sounds pretty fun, actually. Throwing pumpkins against trees.
It is. It's fun. I recommend it. If you have a moldy pile of pumpkin, it will splatter real good.
Safety goggles next time.
Safety first. That is a good lesson. Learn from me, please. You'll shoot your eye out with that pumpkin.
Mom, can I have a pumpkin? No.
You'll shoot your eye out. No, are you insane? No, I'm not getting you a pumpkin. You're gonna lose an eye next year. So, Britt, what are we talking about this evening, my friend?
Ooh, okay. So I have a couple of fun stories that are kind of like spooky letter stories. Okay, here we go. This first one is from Marie. It all started when I received letters sent to the wrong address. It had been going on for quite a while. I would go to get the mail. I would sort through it and make piles for each family member living with me. And then I would go to the last letter with a name I didn't recognize. The address was supposed to always go to somebody located at the capital city of my state. I wasn't weirded out at the start. I simply didn't open the letter and wrote on the envelope, "Not at this address." Then the letters got more frequent and I got impatient and curious. One Wednesday evening, I went out to get the mail. By the time I got inside, it was dark and I was sifting through the mail. The first envelope was addressed to me, Marie. The second was addressed to my grandparents who'd been staying with me for some time. And the third in the pile was to him, the mysterious unknown person. The name on the envelope read Timothy Toderick. I thought about how uncommon a name that was for the area we lived in. I'd finally had enough of not knowing what was in these letters, which was another weird thing. There were no hints whatsoever of what this letter could be. No bank names, no lame wish you well stamps or kiss marks. I opened the letter, and the only thing inside the envelope was a small index card, like the ones your grandma would put your favorite recipe on.
That is mail thief.
I know.
Mail thief.
She's
Marie.
like confessing to like mail. What is that called? Not mail fraud. It's like
I think, or what,
defiling mail. I don't know.
Do you write the mail general? Who's that guy? I'm writing the mail general.
Postmaster General. Here we go.
Okay.
Well, you might not want to do that. This is what the index card said. My name is Toby. If you're seeing this, it's probably because you found it in the mail. Maybe you live with lots of family members. Maybe you live alone. Maybe you have a wife, a husband, a dog. Whatever you have, I guarantee you it will not last. Why? Well, even I don't really know. I just know it happened to me. One day, I opened the mail and received a letter from an undisclosed address. The name on it was Tiffany. I kept receiving them, like I'm sure you are now. I opened one. I read the exact same thing you're reading now. Weeks later, when I finally forgot about the traumatizing letter I received from Tiffany, my cat Sam died. Then my goldfish Terry.
Terry! Not Terry, the goldfish.
which doesn't seem like a big deal. I can get a new cat. I can get a new goldfish. Then possibly, worst of all, I found my girlfriend dead in her apartment the day I proposed to her. I wish I never opened that letter. Please know that you will lose many people because of this mistake. You may be asking, are there ways around this? Certainly. After months of research, I found that there are 4 things you can do to slow the process. Sorry. I'm serious. This is so serious. 4 things you can do to slow the process and get your family somewhere safe. 1, lock all your doors. It hasn't been confirmed yet that the people who are doing this are exactly human, but it never hurts. 2, take any salt you have anywhere around the house and sprinkle it on one windowsill in your living room, then on the one in your kitchen. They love the taste of salt. 3, bite your lips until a drop of blood comes off. Spread that on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket. They loved the smell of blood. Wait, why would you?
What?
Okay.
What? And then...
4, hide. Goodbye, Marie. The end. That's it. It leaves you on. She left us on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Well, because we don't know. We don't know what happened to Marie after that.
Okay.
So many questions.
1, was it Timothy? Who was writing these letters? Toby? What was the letter writer name?
So it was addressed to Timothy Toderick, but when she opened the envelope, it said, "My name is Toby."
Toby. Okay.
Toby.
I was going to point out to Toby that, yes, you can get a new cat. And yes, you can get a new fish. Toby, you could also get a new girlfriend.
A new girlfriend.
But that he seems very well put together for someone who's just lost his girlfriend. And also, where in this letter, where in these 4 steps to like saving yourself from these creatures of whatever point, does it say to start mailing a letter to a random address? Like, how did he pick Marie?
I don't know. And also, I just... reading this for the second time here, after months of research, he has come up with the 4 things you can do. What kind of research are you doing, Toby?
Is it just trial and error? Like, what is...
And they love the taste of blood, the smell of blood. Why are you putting it in your pocket?
Yeah, what?
You don't want them around you.
Exactly. Bite your lip and then keep your blood outside your body, in your pocket. Like, move it from the inside to the outside.
But no update from Marie, so I'm wishing her well. Maybe she's in hiding. She's following step 4, hide. After reading this, though, it did get me thinking about chainmail that you get. And I was a little curious. I was like, because back in the day, it started with getting emails, and it was like, forward this email, or you're going to I know you think that the world started with email. They're much older than that. Chainmail didn't start with email. Did you research chainmail already?
No.
I know you like to research things.
I didn't research it. I just think I know that. I want to say like when I was like in elementary school, you'd get chainmail and stuff, and people it would, it was a thing. It didn't start. And then with emails, it certainly did. It still goes on like Facebook. They're
on social media.
If you think, and not so disastrous, but like, if you're my friend and you see this, you'll post this to let me know how many friends, there's all
how many friends I have.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, I was curious this afternoon, so I looked it up. 1888 is the first documented chain letter.
Oh, okay.
And it was not for, superstitious things. It was a Methodist ladies ministry trying to raise money for the church. And so they started a letter. They wrote a letter and they said, mail in a dime, help out the church. And then, you send out 3 letters and then those 3 people will send in dimes. It was a huge success. It was a hit. And the word spread. And fun fact, spread all the way to Britain, where they used that idea to raise money for the Home for Destitute Women in Whitechapel around the time of Jack the Ripper, where like violence against prostitutes was crazy high. They used chain letters to try to raise money to like help the prostitutes not get murdered.
That is
and
insane.
It was a huge success. They were called Snowball Collection is what they called it back then. But then they coined the term dime letters, and then it went on to chain letters. But these are not like really part of my stories, but I have a couple of fun ones that I came across of chainmail stories that I thought were pretty hilarious. So in the 1890s, a young girl named Natalie started the dime letters, asking people to send money to buy ice for troops that were in Cuba. And I think it had to have just been a joke, because you don't need ice cubes for Cuban troops. So, like, it's hot as hell in Cuba. So, but she
ended the point. Maybe I was like, that makes sense. Yes, you can have my dime. I would absolutely send you a dime.
Well, people got on board with that. They're like, of course, they're boiling hot in Cuba. They need ice cubes.
Yes.
So she lived in Long Island. Their post office was in like 1 week got 3,500 letters to her for filled with dimes, and like she had no plan on going to buy. It's that like the early 1900s. Like she wasn't going to go to Cuba, so she like pocketed the money. Ooh. But fun fact: this little girl Natalie ended up later in life as an adult becoming a Wall Street banker.
Well,
she had the clue of how am I going to make money, followed through with it.
What is that, like $350? 3,500 dimes? Is that $350?
Well, this was like in the early 1800s.
Right. No.
What did I say? 1900s?
Yeah. So no, that might be like
money. That was like probably 20 grand.
Something. It'd be up there for sure. Yeah, no. Good on you, little Natalie. I'm convinced.
Okay. My personal favorite, though, was in 1997, early age of the internet, email begins of the chain email. There started a chain email for a young girl named Jessica Mydek, who was dying of cancer. And on it said, help the Red Cross save, Jessica's life. Forward this email to 10 people and get the word out about, helping cancer, whatever. Well, Red Cross comes out and it's like, stop forwarding this. This is not affiliated with us. And then eventually somebody said, oh, Jessica Mydek, just suck a my dick. May not be a real person.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
But they used it for email harvesting. So who knows how many email addresses they got from doing that lovely little
That's
scam.
Hilarious.
But yeah, so I don't know. I get a kick out of it. And oh man, I used to fall for them so hard when I was a kid. I get that email and it's like, forward this to 10 people or someone you love will die. Oh no. Oh, send it along.
Jeez. I know you do have a fascination with chainmail and I love it. I support it. It's totally fine. I once sent my grandfather some quarters in the mail though, but they just went right out the edge. You can't just send dimes. My whole thing is like dollars something. Those dimes, they probably lost a lot in the process.
You're right.
The post office
or maybe
probably got
thicker
rich.
Envelopes. Tape it on there, maybe.
Tape it up the edge, reinforce it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's against the law now to do the dime mail. The post office was sick of it. They were sick of having because it ended up becoming. There's a lot of scams out there. So it started as the ministry for whatever, but there are a lot of people who were like, oh help the thing and send in a dime.
Just
and
suck my
scams.
dick. Yeah. They don't hate it because the dimes went shooting out and gumming up their machinery.
Could be. No, I think it was like too many scams happening at the post office.
It. Well, good story. Well, Marie, I hope you and your boyfriend are still alive.
Her grandparents.
Listeners.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, her grandparents?
Well, those are the only people that we are aware that live in the house with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. So listeners, beware. Okay. If you start receiving bizarre letters in the mail just start bleeding out of the lips, carrying around bloody tissues in your pocket, the salt, put the salt all over the place.
Now you know. Hide. So just hide.
Just hide. Just
in general.
Hide all the
Bushes
time. What was
in
the
your
fourth?
car.
What was the fourth piece of advice?
That was it. Hide.
I know, but it was hide, blood in the pocket.
Oh, bloody. Salt. Salt on the window sills. Lock your doors. Well, that's just common sense.
That is just common sense. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that story. That was interesting. The history of chain letters. I did not know that, and I love that. Okay, my story. Are we ready for this?
Oh, so ready.
Okay, so my story comes from Then Driver wrote in with some more stories. Our old friend of the pod.
Holy shit! Oh man, I should probably get buckled up. Then Driver has terrifying stories.
Yeah, because Then Driver, we've deduced they live probably in England, right? Or somewhere like that, because they had the story of the creepo on the stairs that was grabbing her ankles. Mm-hmm. That was her, right? And
the nun.
Oh, yeah, the nun in the cemetery. In the cemetery, too. So, okay, yeah, so this is going to be good. Again, in the hotbox, haven't read it. Let's go on this adventure together.
All right. Y'all. For the first time.
Time. This is probably a terrible tactic of podcasting where I don't proofread.
I'm here for it.
I had time. I could have. I just, it's the excitement of it all. It's the excitement. I was like, it's going to be good. Okay. Have faith. She says, here's my ghost encounter. It's been ages since I sent one in because I'm lazy, but I will try to submit one about once every 2 weeks to monthish. Oh, hello. Oh, beautiful.
Angel from the sky.
I know. You hear that, listeners? Yes. You got some competition. Let's go. Recently, I went on holiday to Spain, and on my last day there at breakfast at around 5 a.m., I ate early because I had to make a flight. I looked in the mirror, and around 10 meters away was a guy that was standing there staring at me. He was wearing a black suit with a black spotted tie, and we made eye contact. And I all of a sudden felt uneasy, like I was going to be sick. I looked at, that's what made you, I would felt at first eye contact, first glimpse of someone staring in the mirror.
5:30 in the morning, anybody staring at you.
It would take me a moment. I would be screaming, running out of that room. And then the eye contact, two of my least favorite things. Okay. Like I was going to be sick. I looked away and told my mom he was there and watching us because I wanted to know if maybe he worked for the airline shuttles and we were late. My mom moved across to look at him in the mirror and didn't see him, so I pointed him out. Mom still couldn't see him, so I got up and turned around to ask him if we were late, but he wasn't there. So I sat back down thinking he had left, but there he was, still in the mirror, staring at me again. Finally, we left and I made a quick run to the bathroom. This bathroom was pretty hidden, so This bathroom was pretty hidden. No one really used it as you had to go down a flight of stairs to get to it. And there was one nearer. But this one was fancier and had fogged glass as the doors, so you could see out slightly, but no one could see in. When I got into the bathroom cubicle, I looked outside through the glass because I was scared the guy was going to appear again. He didn't, so I calmed down slightly, but I was still on edge. A few seconds later, someone wearing black walked past. I'm not 100% sure if it was him, but it was around the same height and they were wearing the right color, so it probably was him. No one else could have been in there with me as all the cubicle doors were open, and you can tell when someone walks in as the door is really loud. My mom came down to get me as she got worried something had happened as I was scared to come out of the cubicle.
I would be too.
I explained and my mom looked at me shocked. She told me to tell my dad. I did, and my dad looked shook.
Yes.
My dad looked shook as well and asked if I had been listening to them talking when I was supposed to be asleep. I hadn't. My dad explained that when they were on the balcony the morning of leaving, he told my mom that for some reason every night after I'm asleep, there's a guy in a suit in the corner of the room just below my bed staring at me.
No, Alissa, stop. Oh.
Every night for 7 days without fail. No idea why this guy kept following me. All I know is that whenever I noticed him, I felt uneasy and sick to my stomach.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
The best.
Oh my God.
The best stories.
Her and her dad, like they have the gift. He can see them. She can see them. Mother cannot. Holy shit. This dad, though, he sees the most terrifying.
He does, but yeah, it's interesting. He passed it along to his daughter. This is crazy. I kind of like the idea when I said at first glance, I would have run the fuck out of there. What if it was just the train guy? I would still do it. I don't care. I'd be up and gone. Nobody look at me through a mirror, please. From like, even at an angle, if I'm looking in the mirror and see anyone but myself, I'm out of there.
Yeah, don't do it. It's almost worse. It's almost worse when it's through a mirror. Don't do it.
A spotted tie, man. He followed her in the bathroom.
God.
What?
Who is this man?
Know. I wonder because they've got these spirits around them. I wonder what they want.
Oh my God.
All right. Then driver.
So good.
Looking forward to the next one. I'm glad you're okay.
She seems in good spirits about it. Like
Yes.
She didn't say, but my hope is they got on that goddamn flight out of Spain and that Thai man just stayed in the hotel. Goodbye. And he's there. She's back at the haunted house with the evil person under the stairs.
Ghost boundaries.
Ghost boundaries. Exactly.
He could
Can't
not
leave the hotel. Oh my God, full body goosebumps on that one. You know, I don't know, then driver, if you're ever interested in having your dad do an interview with us, but man, you know, he's got some stories.
Heck yeah, it seems like it. I stayed in a very creepy hotel when I was out of town here, or it wasn't creepy. It was super cool and historic. And then there was like a really creepy art exhibit in it. And at one point I was all alone up there and I was like, oh, I'm going to see a ghost. I'm going to see something. And I didn't. But they did tell me that, I asked, I was like, is this hotel haunted? And the waitress was like, people always ask that question, and I don't really know, but I do know that weird stuff goes on in the bar, and the bar was within eyesight of us. And she pointed, she's like just a few weeks ago, there was some people sitting in the bar. There was nobody at the bar, but there was a bottle on top of the bar. And all of a sudden the top of the bottle just screws off and flies across the room, unscrews. And like, it's stuff like that. So I want to research. I didn't, again, I just got back. We're kind of doing this at the 11th hour here. And so I want to talk about that. I wanted to research this hotel because I'm like, there's gotta be some good history here. So I'm going to put that one in my pocket. Everyone at home, please place it in your pocket next to your bloody tissue that you're now carrying around. Okay. And stay tuned. I'll come back around to that one.
Oh my God. Then driver, thank you. Oh my gosh. Like every time your stories get me. Woo. All right. I have another letter story.
Okay.
This one comes from Sandy. Full disclosure. Again, I got this one off of Reddit, and I only mentioned that because Sandy at the end of her story has a call out for help from anybody who might have answers to this dilemma that happened to her. I work at a newspaper. My job is to handle and process the obituaries and death notices. I know it sounds morbid, but I love my job. I get to speak with grieving loved ones and offer them comfort during their time of mourning. Last week, I got a submission that was different. That is where the trouble started. It was mailed in, which is a little out of the norm, but not totally weird. My job covers a small rural area. Plenty of people I deal with have never had a computer or internet in their lives. The letter was on my desk when I arrived at work. The mailing address on the letter was typed with no address. no return address. It said, Sandy, CO, obituaries. It was a small envelope with a stamp in the corner I'd never seen before. It was a single black flower, like a dahlia. When I opened the envelope, the letter inside was typed too. It said, Helen Parkins, 58, died horribly in, we're going to leave this blank, let's say Midland. Horribly in Midland on Tuesday, September 7th. She was killed in an automobile accident after a drunk driver hit her car. She died of blood loss while fire and rescue was not able to get her out of the car in time. Condolences can be called to, and then they left a number. I frowned and read the letter twice. First, this was way too graphic for a death notice. We absolutely could not publish this the way it was written. Second, September 7th was today, so the date had to be wrong. I turned to my neighbor in the next cubicle, a reporter for the paper. Hey, Corey, I said. Corey turned from her computer and faced me. Yeah, what's up? She trailed off when she saw the look on my face. What's going on? She asked. I paused and thought for a moment. No, nothing. It's nothing. Just a submission from some idiot who thinks we can run graphic details of the death, apparently. I'm going to pause really quick right here and just let everybody know that this is written very well. So clearly she does work at a newspaper.
I was going to say it is written really well.
Just be aware this person clearly knows how to write. Okay, time it. Corey grimaced. Oh my God, are you serious? Yeah, I said, turning away and lifting my phone from the receiver. Don't worry, I'll just call them and work it out. I raised the phone to my ear and dialed the number. The phone rang twice and a female voice answered. Hello? Hi, I said, putting on a customer service voice. This is Sandy from the Gazette. I have a death notice here for a Helen Parkins, and I just needed to discuss a few things. But the voice on the other end cut me off before I could continue. Excuse me, is this some kind of sick joke? The voice hissed. I am Helen Parkins. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did someone in your family with the same name pass away, perhaps? I have a death notice here with your phone number as a contact. Helen sounded angry. No, nobody in my family's died. I didn't submit anything to you, and I'll ask you not to run anything with my phone number. Thank you very much. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I began. Helen cut me off again. Do not call back. And then she hung up. I replaced the receiver and turned back to Corey. Corey glanced over, still typing. Well, did you get it straightened out? No, I said. She said she was the person in the death notice. Corey stopped typing and faced me. Excuse me, what? She said. Some kind of weird practical joke? I guess, I said. I turned back to my computer, put the strange letter in my filing cabinet, and closed the drawer. It was almost deadline, and I was too busy to worry about this. I got back to work, but it lingered in the back of my mind, bothering me. Later that afternoon, the police scanner on Corey's desk crackled to life. Midland Fire and Rescue, come in, a voice on the scanner reported. This is Midland Fire and Rescue. Midland Fire Rescue, we have a vehicle crash on South Street in Midland. Possible drunk driver struck an oncoming vehicle. Police area are on the scene. Driver is struck in the second vehicle. 58-year-old woman, the first voice reported. Now, I've heard people say their blood gets cold, and I know that's a cliche, but I don't know how else to describe the feeling that washed over me when I heard it. My skin prickled, and a hollow feeling dropped into my stomach. Corey had grabbed her notebook and was jotting down the information. She snatched up her camera and car keys and then glanced at me. I felt faintly dizzy as I met Corey's eyes. Sandy, you okay? She asked as she tossed her notebook in her bag. Yeah, I said, go do your job. It's just a coincidence, I said to myself. It's just super weird. Very fucked up coincidence. I'll talk to you when you get back. Corey was gone for an hour, and I tried to get back to work, but it was hard. I couldn't keep my mind on the task at hand. When Corey finally returned and plopped down into her chair, my stomach was rolling and my heart was in my throat. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was rough. That was really rough, Corey said. I could see tears fill her eyes, but she managed to blink them away. I swallowed. What happened? I asked, but I knew before she answered. I knew. That woman, The one in the car? Tears came back into her eyes, and she looked away while she spoke. She died at the scene. Corey's voice broke, and she cleared her throat, but I interrupted her. They couldn't get her out of the car in time, I said. Corey must have heard something strange in my voice, and she looked at me. Yeah, she said. They couldn't get her out in time. What is it? I knew I must be white as a sheet. Corey, it's the weird death notice from this morning, I said. I opened the filing cabinet and pulled out the letter, my hands trembling as I passed it to her. She took it and read through it. Her eyes grew big. Holy shit, she said. Holy fucking shit. She whispered the words viciously, then dropped the letter and started digging through her camera bag. The cops wouldn't give me the name. You know the whole thing about notifying the family first. But I was close enough to hear her when she could still talk. Corey pulled her notebook out of the bag and started flipping the pages. I heard her give them her name. She passed the notebook to me. There, on the bottom of the page, was the name, Helen Parkins. Oh my God, I whispered. I handed the notebook back to Corey. Tears filled my eyes. What do? I asked her. I kept my voice low. Noises carry in the office. I looked around, but nobody appeared to have noticed our little scene. What do I do? Corey shook her head. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's a weird coincidence. Let's just get back to work and forget about it. But of course, neither of us could. The rest of the workday crawled by, and I went home at 5, trying my best to pretend nothing had happened. That night, I went to bed and I couldn't sleep, and I haven't slept all week, though I've tried to put the strange letter out of my mind. Then Friday, I arrived at work and found something that made me feel sick. There on my desk was another letter. Same envelope, same typing, same stamp, addressed to Sandy, C.O. Obituaries. I'm posting this here because I don't know what else to do. Corey uses Reddit and says that this sub might be able to help. I haven't opened the letter. I don't want to read it.
Oh my God. Okay. I love this. I love that it could be a glitch in the matrix.
Exactly.
If you were hoping to prevent a death potentially, you probably should have opened that letter because...
Oh, you're right. She could be straight up playing the superhero here.
Right? Too late. Unless it happens. No, because it was dated. That was the odd thing because the last one was dated. I was going to say unless it happens because she opens the letter. Okay, another theory.
Okay.
There's a drunk driver out there who's planning Barbara's death. Barbara.
Well, wouldn't the drunk driver? I mean, I imagine they're probably not coming out of this thing unscathed too.
Oh, in my brain, it was a hit and run, smashed and gone.
I think it said hit and run. I can let me reread. It's been only 30
from the very beginning, I thought that it was somebody who could have possibly planned Barbara's death. He's like, this bitch is going to die. And she's
so specific in the letter how it says it's like she gets penned and bleeds out to death.
He's a mechanic. He knows all of the places to hit or a car accident analyzer.
I think it is my theory. A new psychic on the scene, so young, has these abilities. They foresee the deaths happen, and they don't know what to do except write Sandy at obituaries.
Right. Okay. Or yes, maybe, possibly. Maybe it's someone Sandy knows, and Sandy's been all like, oh God, my job. I'm so tired of my job. It's so much work. It's so much stress. I don't have enough.
She loves it. She loves her job.
Okay. She says
dealing with mourning people all the time.
She loves her job dealing with mourning people so much. The only thing is I never have enough time to write these obituaries because I found out so far after the fact that this person died.
Someone's trying to throw her a bone.
Yep. If I could wish for one thing is more time. Grandma. My microphone just fell upon me. It's pinned me. A psychic, somebody. It was very graphic and gruesome. Someone is making highly accurate predictions. But yeah, she may as well just open that letter on the desk because that person is
She's
dead.
going to write that obituary one way or the other, girl.
She probably already wrote it. I don't know how long that one's been sitting
Might
there.
as well see what's coming.
Yeah. I wouldn't be terrified. But she could save the day.
I would not want to be in that position of getting those letters, though. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of knowledge to have in that little envelope.
It is. I mean,
someone's life.
How could you use it to your advantage?
On a kind of related note, when I was in college, I used to absolutely love reading obituaries, and I had hoped maybe this next one will be really graphic and I will find out how, Louise Benson died, but they never tell the details.
No, you have to look
know
for
the details.
Donations to the Cancer Society, donations. I mean, there's clues, but you don't always know. But I've figured it out. Okay, Sandy, this is what you do.
Okay,
you get one of these letters. You have the number. You call the person. You go there and you say, "Hey, if you give me $500, I will tell you the date of your death." And the person will be like, "Absolutely." She hands over the $500 and she's like, "Today. Today's the day you die. Goodbye." There you go.
No, Sandy has better bones than that. She's got. No, what you need to do is write 10 people a letter and you're going to live. You won't die today if you write 10 people. Tape a dime in there, send it along.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of it. It's a great story. I love it. It's real freaky. It's real creepy. She could say...
Well, the point was she was reaching out for assistance to be like, hey, has this happened to anybody? And what should I do? I think she's a real... Okay, Sandy, I'm going to answer your question. I'm not on the internets here, but maybe you're listening. And open the letter and go save a life. Go tell the person.
Too late. How long has it been sitting on that desk? It's the same day sort of thing. I'd say, Sandy, open that letter and just start writing that obituary. Just start typing up. Get a head start. Get to bed early. Go
head start.
Yeah. That's my advice.
Good point. Good point. She can really get some work done quick.
Yeah, right?
Efficiently.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Maximize her time. Barbara didn't seem like the peachiest of person either. So,
God, I know. She's like, don't call me again.
Yeah, because she can personally interview the people who are about to die too and get their own life story out of them.
Oh, true. Yeah. The letter says for more information that's less gory, call this number.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, true.
Dear listeners, I want to know what you would do. What should we tell Sandy? What advice would you tell Sandy? What would you do if you received these sort of letters?
Yeah, I want to know some answers.
Yeah.
You can email your answers in a chain letter or to our email.
Oh God, don't send us any chain letters, please. I'll give you, our email is brittkilpatrick@gmail.com. That's where to mail all your chain letters. Our email, though, if you want to write to SkeleTales, it is skeletalespodcast@gmail.com. You can also call us on our hotline.
302-689-DEAD. 302-689-3323. You can just do a quick little call and be like, oh my God, if I was Sandy, I would do this.
Just call on in and tell us your predictions or what you would do. And
then in 3 weeks, we'll answer and be like, who's Sandy?
Tomorrow, I will be like, what? What are you talking about? Who's that? I don't know, man.
No, we're attentive. We
do. Yeah, we just need a little jingle and ringing of the bell a little bit sometimes.
Hey, stop right now. I have a big announcement. We are doing something very exciting this month of November. There's only half a month left, but we're going to do it. We are throwing down a hot discount for your Christmas shopping needs in the SkeleTales shop right now. We have a 15% off code called Spooky Dookie. So if you go to I didn't follow through with Alissa with that one. If you go to skeletales.com hotbox.etsy.com. That's our shop. We've got t-shirts, notebooks, mugs, all sorts of fun stuff. You can get 15% off for your stocking stuffers or the t-shirt you want to get yourself or your partner or your whole neighborhood because we got to pay some bills. It is Spooky Dookie coupon code, and it ends at the end of November. So hop on that, people.
All right. A spooky turkey? No.
No, don't confuse
I'm
people.
not. Okay, I'll delete that. Never mind.
Spooky Dookie. Oh, and that's spelled SPOOKY.
Not hotbox. I have also, you should have consulted, this is why you didn't consult me on the coupon code. Oh, because I would brainstorm all sorts of hotbox, hot, sexy coupon code. Never mind. I'm a real marketing genius
hot,
over here.
Sexy coupon code. That's a long one. It's a long one.
Long. Never mind. SkeleTales.
Right.
Oh. We'll put that one in our pocket next to our bloody blanket and whatever.
Oh my God.
Else
People are going to be like, oh, wait, what's the coupon
No,
code?
I'm going to delete it all. I will delete it all. Okay.
Hold on, though. It's not spooky with an IE. Spooky. If you spell spooky with an IE,
you don't deserve that 50%.
God. It's with a Y. Spooky Dookie. Okay.
Wait, is Dookie with a Y? Or why are you clarifying that part of it? Britt. I think people know how to spell spooky. The Dookie, I think, is a little more ambiguous.
Some people don't know how to spell Dookie.
I don't think it's spelled with a Y. I think Dookie is actually IE.
Oh my God, nobody will buy anything now. The end. We just throw all the t-shirts in the dumpster. Okay.
Okay, so the code is spooky with a Y, Dookie with a Y.
Yes, don't forget it. Remember it. Please go buy something.
Help us. All right. We're on all the socials. Instagram. We're on the Facebook community. TikTok.
Oh shit! I was gonna do a TikTok tonight too. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe you might be blessed tomorrow with a TikTok.
I know.
I got a good one.
Okay, good. We got to keep those up. It's been a minute, but excuses.
What else?
Excuses.
Oh yeah, share with a friend. Tell them that you know this cool podcast. Ask some stories and then tell the stories to us so we can tell everybody. Yeah. That's how we do. It's like a game of telephone.
I harvested. I've been doing some harvesting over the past few weeks. I just haven't had a minute to assemble. So, yeah.
All right. This is exciting.
Yeah. Hey, Britt.
Oh, yes, Alissa. What is it?
Britt.
Yes, dear friend.
Haunt you later.
Haunt y'all later.
Good night.
Good night.